Welcome back to the 2012 Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. We're gathered here to applaud the people who, in the rubble of recession, see the building blocks for something better and something new. Our nominees in the industry category are the real foundations of the economy, supporting real jobs and real livelihoods.
Nightline may have started in a spare room at home, but John Toohey and Dave Field's courier service now has 7 depots and 600 staff, handling 11 million parcels a year.
There's very few businesses that are going to make money straight away. You can manage losses in a business, but you can't afford to run it. You can only run out of cash once.
You know, really, a successful business is all about ideas. It's innovations. Ideas are the thread that should run through a lot of successful business that run on for long periods of time. You know, when you're at your best, you need to drive on.
Leadership has never been an issue for former Derry footballer Brian McErlane of Genesis Crafty, an artisan bakery producing £20 million worth of bread and confectionery a year.
I always had an instinct probably to lead, and always in a quiet kind of way feel that I kind of know best without being arrogant about it. Some people are happy to pile in, follow the lead car or whatever, but I kind of had an idea. I wanted to see how it would work.
For former college lecturer Colin Piercy, facing daily challenges while running a telecoms group with annual turnover of €40 million is just the way he likes things.
Follow something that you enjoy, identify what your passion is and pursue that. Of course, if there isn't adversity, one wonders should one even be doing it, because it might mean there's not a great challenge. You haven't entered into something that is sufficiently challenging. But with anything that's particularly difficult, I suppose the thing to bear in mind is it's always darkest before the dawn, and if you work to that principle and drive on to the next step, that can bring you through.
Quality venison and pork artisan meats are at the heart of Finnebrogue's success. Among Dennis Lynn's products are top-tier sausages for M&S, Jimmy Doherty and Paul Rankin.
I've never had a plan to work for myself particularly, although I have done it for the last 30 years. But I think the reason I did it was through fear of starvation, and I think that's probably what keeps me going. Although obviously I eat a lot of sausages, so I'm not just starving just yet.
Certainly nobody here, by the looks of the tables around me, dying of thirst. Let's raise a glass to the remaining finalists in the industry category.
"40 years ago, John McCann's prepared and packaged vegetables and salads were the first of their kind on the Irish market, and Willowbrook Foods are still innovating today.
When I look back at my life, I was always a bit different. I wanted to look round corners. I wanted to see how things developed. I got a nickname of being, I've got to go, having time, because I was always on the go. Without that drive, I wouldn't have got there.
Brothers Stuart and Russell Dixon run family business Decora, a made-to-measure window blind manufacturer employing 400 in Antrim.
We always, I think, try to have a small company mentality within a bigger organisation. When we were growing up, we saw our small family business. It was only sort of a natural progression for us to take that business on and lead that business on to the next level.
I think if you go into something on a financial basis, you're doing things for the wrong reasons. There's got to be an inherent belief and passion that this is who you want to be and what you want to do, and the rest, and then correct decision making follows.
Barry and Fitzwilliam import and distribute over 100 brands of wine, spirits and beers. This year, Michael Barry's company turnover will hit €70 million.
I feel I'm part of a team. I always see myself as a right full back, player manager kind of, shouting from the back but playing at the same time. And I feel like that's the way I like to lead the company. I love the wheeling, the dealing, the buying, the selling. I think I was born to be a businessman. Enthusiasm, passion, this drive to succeed.
Michael Barry there, hoping to emulate Cork's lady footballers by bringing silverware home from Dublin. But to announce who has won this particular All-Ireland title, please welcome Jeremy Fitch of Invest Northern Ireland, Margaret Harty of Intertrade Ireland, and Tom Hayes of Enterprise Ireland.
Ringing in our ears from this summer is the Olympic motto, higher, faster, stronger, and the Paralympic equivalent, spirit in motion.
And all of these nominees have shown an Olympian resolve to thrive in such difficult and challenging circumstances.
The 2012 Industry Entrepreneur of the Year is Colin Piercy, DigiWeb.
In DigiWeb, Colin Piercy has spun a winning idea that's going from strength to strength. A smart acquisition strategy and a focus on customer satisfaction has built his business into a major telecoms player. For the confidence to go up against big, established competitors and win, the judging panel chose Colin Piercy as the Industry Entrepreneur of the Year.
Wow, if I can repeat what Paul said, wow. This is an absolute honour. I think if I look at the success that we've built in DigiWeb, it really comes down to two things. The excellent customers that we serve and the absolutely excellent team that we have in DigiWeb. What I'd like to do is dedicate this to all of them. We're here with Ernst & Young today, celebrating 15 years of their programme. And it's 15 years since I set up DigiWeb, and I honestly could not have imagined that today DigiWeb would be the largest independent national telecoms company in the country, nor that I'd be here accepting this award. I'd like to thank the judges, who I'm sure had a very tough decision, to Ernst & Young and the excellent team there, who really looked after everybody in the programme. But most importantly, to the other finalists and participants this year, and to all the other former years entrepreneurs who many have now become friends, and most of all have given huge inspiration to myself and hopefully our team for the next phase of DigiWeb's journey. Thanks very much. Thank you.
Well, for 15 years, these awards have celebrated the power of potential, what people can achieve and what a country can become. But if you're young and Irish now, perhaps it's hard to have hope, to imagine that potential. We have a generation of young, educated and talented Irish men and women who yet again feel their future begins at a boarding gate or a ferry terminal.
So we asked some of the people who have won these awards for a bit of inspiration in a time of uncertainty. We asked them to write a letter to themselves, or rather, to their 16-year-old self. We wanted them to remember their own uncertainty and to calm it with the wisdom of experience and success.
It's a bit like time travel, but on a much smaller budget.
This year's winner of the Entrepreneur of the Year is Moya Doherty.
...2011 Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year is Conor McCarthy.
The 2005 Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year is Jerry Kennelly.
Dear Jerry, I know that you're finding it hard to fit in school with all those hours at work. But by next year, you'll be 17 and all that will be behind you. You'll develop the knack of dodging the hard work. You'll get a driving license without doing a test and get a doctorate without opening a book. Yes, it's better to be lucky than good.
Hey me. Worry less. Enjoy more. Work hard.
Dear Conor, so you've decided to leave school and start an apprenticeship with Aer Lingus as an aircraft engineer. Good luck to you, as your dad would say. Sure, who knows, you could end up running the place someday.
Staying true to yourself means you'll be unemployable and will always be working for yourself. You'll get great pleasure out of work if you stick to what you enjoy. In fact, you'll never work a day in your life.
Value learning and write the script for your own life.
Whatever you decide to do it well and leave your mark. Don't worry about money. It will follow, and it's a very hollow goal of itself.
You know that candle business you're running from your bedroom? It's a fire hazard. You're better off sticking with the club milk business. If only you can find somewhere to hide them from your brothers. One more thing. When you cut that bloody hair,
Don't take yourself too seriously, and never, ever forget where you came from. Oh, and hey, that cute little brown-eyed girl down the road, she's the one. Don't ever let her go.
Keep on the 3D glasses, fasten your seatbelt, and have fun.
one day you'll laugh to yourself when people might value your opinion and say that you're a genius. That's when you know you've won. But you'll know that you're still a gobshite at heart.
Well, Jerry Kennelly, you may be a gobshite, but you've also been a great mentor to entrepreneurs like me, so thank you very much. And Jerry persuaded Getty Images to part with $135 million a few years ago, and he plans to pull off a similar trick with his latest global venture, Tweak.com.
Now, our next set of nominees take the boat and plane out of here all the time, but they always come back with buckets of new business. These are the finalists in the international category.
Edmund Harty is a pioneer of innovation in dairy farm equipment. From Causeway and Kerry, Dairy Master exports 70% of production to customers in 40 countries worldwide.
It's important that you like what you do, and it's important that you get a buzz out of it. And I suppose, you know, one's lucky enough to be in the business that one's in. One has, knowledge about agriculture, farming, but also, let's say, engineering, technology, and so on. It's like baking a cake. You get lots of different ingredients. You try and mix them all together, and you try and, come up with something that, the customers at the end of the day will value and will ultimately buy.
Just 2 years after establishing oil exploration company Cove Energy, John Craven sold the listed company this year for €1.5 billion.
What drives me is success in what you do, backing your own judgment, backing your own hunches or backing your own ideas, and seeing them come to fruition. It's a business that's addictive. There's nothing better than seeing a drill bit go down and you find something. It's just the best business in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Last year, insurance outsource company OSG handled more than 1 million customer service calls and in excess of 65,000 claims. It's always been family that encouraged Malcolm Hughes to succeed.
My father was a big influence over me, mainly in relation to sort of belief and self-belief and setting the ground rules. The advice when we came to start the company was very simple. I just had a young baby, recently married, in a secure job, and I told him about it. He said, go for it. He said, if I had taken the opportunities that you've got now when I was your age, he said, I probably wouldn't have some of the regrets I have now.
Gary Duffy leads Excelsis Technologies, whose innovative power supplies are sold in 30 countries worldwide. For Gary, the heart of the company's success are the employees in Cork.
I think the most important thing is to surround yourself with people that are better than you. I think a good entrepreneur will do that, providing the leadership that people will want to follow, providing an opportunity for people to grow, so create challenges for them, create educational opportunities for them. I have a great team of people. I don't need to be there every day keeping an eye on things. I know the business is going to keep going, even if I'm not there. Like right now, it's running without me.
Well, yes, Gary, your staff in Cork are running the show without you, but they sent a text earlier saying they're out of tea bags and jammy dodgers, so when you're on your way back, if you wouldn't mind. Now, let's see how our remaining international finalists keep their show on the road.
Former professional rugby player Shane Leahy leads Oxygen 8. The technology company provides mobile marketing, billing and text message services with a projected turnover of £90 million.
There is significant parallels between sport and business. To succeed in sport, you have to be ambitious. You have to be able to put in the time and effort it takes to achieve things. I enjoy running businesses. I enjoy helping people to do their own jobs. So I suppose my business style would be to enable other people to do their jobs effectively.
25 years in the making, Michael Carville's Kenmare Resources is a FTSE-listed mining company, supplying 10% of the world's titanium mineral requirements.
Kenmare was a file and me at the start. I remember even trying to get a bank account opened and couldn't get a bank account open. It has only recently, since 2004, where we've really been building a significant mining company. It's rewarding when you're building stuff. You meet very interesting people. You have to sort of pit your wits against many of them, so that's sort of fun.
Rigney Dolphin provide year-round nurse-on-call and telecom customer care. It all began 22 years ago when husband and wife team Adrienne and Frank Dolphin left their job with a business dream.
You can't jump if your partner is going to say, well, I told you shouldn't have done that. I knew you should. I knew you'd fail,
Looking back over it, I suppose we took terrible risks over the years, and we're just glad they worked out. You have this vision that you would like a business to run a certain way, and set it up and go with it.
It's a hop of a ball, and it might go with you, and you might score a goal, or it might go wide. But at the same time, you'll have tried.
John Bowen's company provide independent assessments of investor funds. Apex has $22 billion of assets under administration and 280 staff in 24 offices worldwide.
Building something that's your own, that you're putting your own stamp onto it. You may not be particularly happy the way it's been done elsewhere, but you may feel you can do it better and differently. To see that succeed, that's what drives me on. I get to do what I enjoy doing, I get to play to my strengths, and I get to do it on an ongoing basis, so happy days.
Happy days indeed. I think that sums up the mentality here in this room. Enjoy doing what you're good at and the rest will follow. Now, to find out which of our international entrepreneurs has made the best of a very good lot, please welcome Minister for European Affairs, Lucinda Creighton, and Chair of the Judging Panel, Pádraig Ó Céide.
The nominees in the international category remind us that Ireland has what it takes to be an island of progress and prosperity.
The finalists have shown more than just a survival instinct. They're hungry to go out into the world and succeed. This year's International Entrepreneur of the Year is Edmund Harty, Dairymaster.
From his base in County Kerry, Edmund Harty of Dairymaster has always focused his engineer's mind on innovation in a traditional business. This creative approach to technology has yielded returns in over 40 countries worldwide and has earned him the accolade International Entrepreneur of the Year.
Well, I'd like to say thanks very much. I'm absolutely flabbergasted. I suppose a few words of thank you. I suppose first my parents, Ned and Maureen, they're down there. My wife Sheila, my brother John, my sister Anne, they've helped me all the way. In Dairymaster, we have an absolutely fantastic team of staff. They've helped build the company, bring it where it is today, and I want to say thanks very much to them. A lot of other people have also helped us. Many of the state organisations, Enterprise Ireland, UCD, IT Tralee, Tagasc, all these organisations have been brilliant in gaining into international markets. I suppose the other people that I'd like to say thanks very much to are our customers, because these are the people that make any business tick, and I just want to say thanks very much to all of them. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, now that we have 3 worthy winners in the emerging, industry and international categories, after the break, we'll discover who will become the 2012 Entrepreneur of the Year. We'll see you then.